Hello everyone. Let's try now to do this. One is going to be a bit difficult. Let's try to create a model to use with SinMDM. What we will have to do, for example, let's get an animation on Mixamo. For example, this sitting laughing. You just download without skin, FBX, 30 frames per second, pre-reduction no. Let's see. Let me put in here. So I have the animation. Let's see here. Import FBX and let me get the animation that I just imported. Here it is. Okay. Now what we do. The best thing I found to do that is by importing an animation that is already used with SinMDM. In this case, I can go to the add-on folder if I already installed a model, and on this, let me install a model just a bit because I changed some things. Let me import change model, and for example, I've imported the model breakdance. So here in the save folder, I will have the BVH file. I'm going to import this file. Oh, I got one here. That's the same one. I have it here. Let me copy and paste on the folder training. It's easier. Training, so I import this file. You can see here it's in the default. I didn't change it. Forward -Z, up Y. You can see that it's bigger. It imports in the correct position. That is important in the end. Okay, so we have the animation that we want to create a model, and we have the skeleton that we are going to use to put the animation and then create a model with it. So the easiest way that I found is using Rococo Studio. You install it and use the retargeting option. Okay, so the source, it's going to be the armature I imported, this one, the sit laughing animation, and the target is going to be the break dance freeze. So I create build bone list. I see that all of them here seems fine. So next part is to put the armature on the same way that the other. I prefer to put the destination armature in the same position. So I'm going to change to pose mode, select everything, pose, clear transforms, all. So it's in default position. I go out of the pose mode and scale it down. Okay, now I go to the animation that I'm going to use, put in the pose mode 2, and also clear transformations. It has all the bones selected, but let me unselect and select everything, pressing A. Pose, clear, all. You see that they are almost in the same position. So let me go to the breakdance again and scale a little bit. I think I didn't have to do that. It was not needed, but I like to do it anyway. Okay, so I have both armatures in basically the same position. I choose the use pose current and press retarget animation. It will take a while, and you can see now that both armatures have the same animation. So I can remove my original one, the one that I exported from Mixamo. Goodbye, and I have the breakdance freeze with the animation. You can see it has animation until frame 250, and that here comes the important part about the orientation of the armature. Before exporting, you will have to rotate. In the object mode, you press R to rotate, X to rotate on the X-axis, type 90 minus, and it will be in this position. It won't make sense, the animation here, but you need to do that. And object, I just remember here, you press Ctrl A to apply the transformations. Apply all the transformations, and you're set. Now export. I like to press F4 so I can choose the export instead of going to the file menu. I press F4, export BVH, and I'm gonna save on the same place. I'm gonna save it now. I'll have to move to another place. It will be the sitting laughing. Okay, and I save it. That's all fine. Now to test, and that's important, you are going to import that file that you just exported. Import BVH. I just exported it. I select it, and you can see the forward it's -Z, up is Y, and press import. You see that it was imported on the correct orientation. It means that that model, that animation is ready to be used to train, because if you just export without the rotation, the animation is going to be really messy and won't be usable. So okay, let's go to the other part. Now what we will have to do, we'll go to the, assuming that you already have the SinMDM installed, this is the version 0.2, and you have this option Opencmd. When you press it, you are going to be, oh, interesting place. It's on the, I didn't test this before, that's why I'm a little bit confused. Okay, we'll have to go to the folder of the add-on. Let's go there. See, users, in my case is Carlo, app data, roaming, Blender, in my case is 3.5, scripts, add-ons, CEB SinMDM. Great. Now we go inside another folder, SinMDM main, and let me check my notes because I forget. Okay, we've done to this part, and we are in the correct place to execute the commands, but we still have to put the BVH animation inside the Blender add-on folder. Let's go there. Oh, I'm already in there. This is my Blender folder, add-on folder. We will have to go to the save folder. I can erase it all. We are not going to use it. and put the BVH that I exported and place this BVH file inside the CEB SinMDM, save and place it there. Why it's that important? Because when you create the model, he will do the pointing to the correct path. And you won't have to mess with anything else, unless you would go inside the JSON file and change things over there. Okay, now we're almost finishing. You will have to use this kind of commands. What does it do? So you will use this command, and you can change if you want this path. I suggest to use this 0 new model and change, if you want, only the second folder. But use this one, it's probably going to be easier. But this one is the one important that you keep. Keep this folder save, and just change the name of the BVH file that you are going to use. In my case, I'm using the correct name. I'm inside the save folder, BVH file. So I just have to copy this command and we place it here and press enter. And you should see some information. That was not the information that I was expecting. Yeah, because the name is wrong. So let's copy. Stupid. Now I copy the command. And now it's showing me another problem because I already tested before and it says I already have this folder. So I can go back to the add-on folder, new model, I can erase. I have basically just the configuration file. I can erase this folder. Bye bye. And I can try the same command again. And now it is training. This part, it takes, on my PC, it takes about 47 minutes to do. What do we do now? We have this new model, sitting laughing, created. We can, we must get the file that's on the save folder, copy, and paste here. Having this, we can create a file using this args.json model and the BVH file. We can make a zip file with it. Simple as that. And we can save this file somewhere. I'm going to save it here just for testing. And what can we do? We can basically take the file and import here. And I forgot what I had that file. Yeah, here. It was just created. Double click and the model is imported. Now we can test, can execute to see it working. And let's see how it is working. That's not so good. Let's see the other one. We created 3. For some reason it's moving. But you can see the rest of the animation is interesting and different from the first one. And let me import the last one. If you edit the animation to keep it on the origin, it will be a great animation. As I noticed that kind of problem. Some animations, when you create using the SinMDM, it moves a little bit, but you get the general idea. That's it. Hope you enjoyed and hope you create great things with it. Bye bye.